In today's video titled The Blind Shall See, the miraculous healing power of Jesus Christ. Before I proceed, click subscribe, like, and comment. Part 1. The Darkness of the Blind. In the dusty streets of Jericho, a city bustling with life and the clamor of commerce, there sat a man whose life was defined by darkness. His name was Bartimaeus, the son of Timaeus. From birth or early youth, blindness had cloaked his world. The sun rose and set, seasons came and passed, but for Bartimaeus, all remained night. Day after day, he sat by the roadside, his hands outstretched, his ears straining for footsteps and voices. Begging was all he could do. Society offered him no opportunity, no dignity, only pity or scorn. Some passed him without a glance. Others tossed him coins without a word. Yet in his heart, Bartimaeus believed. He had heard of the man from Nazareth, the prophet they called Jesus. The stories came from every direction, whispers and shouts of the miracles he performed. He healed the lame, cast out demons, fed multitudes with mere scraps of food. And more than once, Bartimaeus heard the most astonishing tale of all. He healed the blind. This one phrase lit a spark in his heart. If he healed them, perhaps he could heal me. That hope became a fire. Day and night, Bartimaeus waited for the one chance that could transform his life. Part 2. The Passing of Jesus. One morning, the air in Jericho was different. A strange excitement rippled through the people like wind across water. Jesus of Nazareth is coming, they cried. Bartimaeus' heart pounded. This was his moment. He could not see the crowd, but he could hear it, a rush of feet, the murmur of anticipation, the voices swelling like waves. Somewhere in that mass of people was the one he had longed to meet. He shouted, loud and unashamed, "Jesus, Son of David, have mercy on me." Those nearby tried to hush him. "Be quiet," they snapped. "He's busy, don't bother him." But Bartimaeus would not be silenced. "Son of David, have mercy on me," he cried again, louder this time. With every fiber of his being, he cried out for healing, for light, for salvation. And then everything changed. Jesus stopped. In the middle of the crowd, in the middle of the journey, he stopped. The voices hushed. The footsteps slowed. Bartimaeus couldn't see it, but he felt the stillness, sensed the weight of divine presence. "Call him," Jesus said. Suddenly, the same people who had silenced him were now speaking with new voices. "Take heart. Get up. He is calling you." Bartimaeus threw off his cloak, his only possession, the symbol of his beggar's life, and sprang to his feet. He stumbled forward, guided by others, until he stood before Jesus. "What do you want me to do for you?" Jesus asked. Bartimaeus' voice trembled. "Rabbi, I want to see." Jesus smiled, with compassion shining in his eyes. "Go," he said. "Your faith has made you well." In an instant, light flooded Bartimaeus' world. His eyes opened. Color, shape, motion, everything burst into view. He saw the face of the one who had healed him. The first face he ever saw was the face of God in the flesh. Tears ran down his cheeks. Joy and awe consumed him. He followed Jesus on the road, no longer a blind beggar, but a new man, filled with purpose and sight. Part 3. The Man Born Blind. Elsewhere, in the city of Jerusalem, another man lived in darkness. But his blindness was not only physical, it had become the subject of theological debate. This man had been born blind. Since his birth, he had never seen the light of day. People whispered about him. Who sinned? They asked. This man or his parents? That he was born blind? It was a question that revealed how little they understood mercy. They assumed suffering was always a result of sin. But when Jesus passed by and saw the blind man, he said something revolutionary. Neither this man nor his parents sinned, but this happened so that the works of God might be displayed in him. Then, before the crowd, Jesus knelt, spat on the ground, and made mud with the saliva. He smeared the mud over the man's eyes and said, "Go, wash in the pool of Siloam." The man obeyed. He made his way, stumbling and feeling, until he reached the pool. As the water touched his eyes and the mud washed away, a miracle occurred. "Sight!" he gasped. The world was no longer a mystery. Light danced on the water. Trees swayed. Children laughed. colors, forms, and the sky opened to him. When he returned, the people were astonished. "Isn't this the same man who used to sit and beg?" some asked. Others said, "No, it only looks like him." But the man declared, "I am the man." They asked him how it happened. He said, "The man they called Jesus made mud, put on my eyes, and told me to wash. Now I see." But instead of rejoicing, the Pharisees interrogated him. They were upset that Jesus had healed on the Sabbath. They called the miracle into question, even called his parents to testify. Yet the man stood firm. "One thing I do know," he said, "I was blind, but now I see." Part 4. Spiritual sight. Jesus later found the man again and asked, "Do you believe in the Son of Man?" "Who is he, sir?" the man replied. "You have now seen him. In fact, he is the one speaking with you." The man fell to his knees. "Lord, I believe," he said, and he worshipped Jesus. Jesus said, "For judgment I have come into this world, so that the blind will see and those who see will become blind." He was not only speaking of physical eyes, but of spiritual vision, of hearts that can recognize truth and respond to it. Some Pharisees nearby asked, "Are we blind too?" Jesus replied, "If you were blind, you would not be guilty of sin. But now that you claim you can see, your guilt remains." Jesus' healing was never only about the body. It was always about the soul. He opened eyes to the truth, revealed hearts to their condition, and offered salvation to all who would believe. Part 5. The testimony of the healed. Throughout Judea and beyond, the testimonies of those healed by Jesus spread like wildfire. Bartimaeus and the man born blind became living proof of divine power. They could never forget what Jesus had done. Every sunrise reminded them of the moment light touched their eyes. Every color, every face, every mountain and flower shouted the glory of God. They became witnesses, walking sermons. When others doubted, they simply said, "I was blind, but now I see." And their story echoed through the centuries. Part 6. Jesus, the light of the world. Jesus proclaimed, "I am the light of the world. Whoever follows me will never walk in darkness, but will have the light of life." He came to dispel darkness, physical, emotional, spiritual. He touched blind eyes and blind hearts. He brought sight to the hopeless and restored the dignity of the broken. The miracles were signs, pointing to a deeper reality, that in Jesus, the blind see, the deaf hear, the dead live again. Conclusion: from darkness to light. Today, we may not be physically blind, but we all have moments of darkness, confusion, despair, sin, fear. The same Jesus who healed Bartimaeus and the man born blind still heals today. He hears our cries. He stops when we call. He asks us, "What do you want me to do for you?" And when we respond with faith, his answer brings light. If you walk in darkness today, remember, Jesus is passing by. Call out to him. Cry for mercy. And when he touches you, your life will never be the same. For once we were blind, but now we see.